Hello. Hello. Testing. Testing, testing, testing. Umbreon, as always, definitely heard me. He always wakes up as soon as I start streaming. He's like dead asleep, just relaxing, chilling, living his best life. And then I start talking, and he's like, oh, Daddy's talking. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is he talking to me? Is he talking to me? I wasn't. I was not talking to you. I was talking to my stream. Come here, buddy. Come here. Well, as you probably already know, it is 5:21 p.m. EST. Well, if you aren't in the EST time zone, maybe you didn't realize that. But if you're in a similar time zone, I guess you could probably figure it out. Hey, Cop Watcher, I passed the test. Thank you. Awesome. I passed. What do I get? What do I get a reward? Hi, Michelle. So here's Umbreon. I'm Ryan, as you know, and it's Thursday, November 20th. You've tuned in to the most radical stream on the internet, in our opinion, of course. Pass with flying colors. That gives me an idea. Something featuring flying colors. So, I did not stream on Tuesday. I also didn't stream Monday, but that was kind of unrelated. But Tuesday, I did not stream because Google dropped Gemini 3. And, just shrunk my browser way more than I wanted to. Okay, there we go. And, it's possible it might have been the right move to like go live and just have fun with it immediately out the gate. But I was just like in the zone, just diving deep into the what it was capable of and playing around with it. And I still feel like I've like barely scratched the surface. So I figured today that's what we're gonna do. You are not invisible, Nikoti. You are quite visible. I can see you just fine. You're right here. I see your chat. Yeah. Sorry. If you wanted to be invisible, I understand that might be a disappointing result. But you are in fact visible. But yeah, I figured today we're gonna play with Gemini. We're gonna do some AI stuff. Your reward is a high quality stream with superior audio. Based. I accept my reward. I'm thankful to everyone who helped me get here. My Yeti mic, which I believe was a Christmas gift a few years ago from my dad. So shouts out to Papa Coder, who's not a coder, but you know what I mean. Radical dad. What a radical dad, I would say. S tier audio for real. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. That's promising. I hope that you're not just being silly. I hope it actually sounds really good. But yeah, so I wrote this prompt right before the stream. It's build an app demonstrating your capabilities as Gemini 3, explicitly focusing on abilities that have drastically improved since Gemini 2.5, 2.5 Pro, something featuring flying colors. I added this part when Cop Watcher mentioned that I passed with flying colors. So we're just going to start there. But in the meantime, while that's cooking, how you guys doing? How is Cop Watcher? How is Nikoti? How is Michelle? Oh, I see, Nikoti. Your testes message did not show up on the stream overlay. Papa Coder is how we're all able to be here right now. That's true. Shouts out to Papa Coder, Mama Coder. Michelle says, I'm gonna smoke this weed right now. That's true. Enjoy that. I'm jealous. I wish I had some. I'm all out. I haven't had any in a while. Nikoti says my tummy hurts. I'm sorry, Nikoti. Oh no, Michelle too? Uh-oh. It might be a stomach bug going around in my chat. Oh, Umbreon. Is your stomach hurting too? He's just yawning. Cop Watcher says, had he not gifted you that mic, none of this would be happening right now. I don't know. It's possible I would be using my snowball. Ooh. Josh says, do you think Gemini 3 could build you a bot that listens to debates and transcribes the words into text and fact checks the claims in real time? That is a very interesting question. I think that it could build me a lot of the infrastructure to make something like that happen. Yeah. Cop Watcher says, it is funny how the universe works. I think that's a really interesting question, Josh, and something I've thought about a lot over the past year. So I think that's Maybe that'll be something we play around with today. But oh wow, look at the literal flying colors. Are you kidding me? You gonna cry? Wait, come here. Here, get out of here. Yeah. Now we don't have to deal with him anymore. I got rid of the wiener. He's gone. Wow, there's like too much colors going on here. It's actually kind of overwhelming. Every time I move my mouse, it adds more flying colors. It almost makes it unreadable, actually, but let's try. Learning is radical, as it is, true. Experience the massive leap in reasoning, fluidity, and multimodal synthesis. Oh yeah, I can like watch videos. That's actually a really cool thing. We might have it like parse through one of my old streams. Hyperspeed fluidity. Wow. Latency reduced to near zero. Code generation, analysis, and response happen in real-time streams. It is very fast. Michelle says, oh, Lord, what a bad design choice to add shit every time you move. Yeah, actually. it's starting to like get kind of chaotic here. Deep reasoning nexus. Oh, it froze. The flying colors add dots every time I move the mouse. This is cool. It broke. This is cool, but very draining and overwhelming. Let's remove that feature. Copwatcher says, so I know we try to be apolitical here, but it's kind of wild. Trump threatened Congress with punishment via death. No, wait, did he do that? Is that new? Trump threatens Congress with death. Oh my God. Okay, that's terrifying. Welcome to hell. Yeah, I saw the shush piggy. That was insane. Okay. Trump accuses Democrats of seditious behavior punishable by death for urging military to ignore illegal orders. Actually, Mr. Trump, urging the military to ignore illegal orders is that's what they're supposed to do that. Mr. President, the military is actually explicitly, legally, in fact, required to ignore illegal orders. So that's crazy. Trump called for the Democratic lawmakers to be arrested and placed on trial in social media post. So they're traitors to the traitors. So the Dems are good. Well, that's it's just a small little thing. Totally normal response for a president, says Josh. True. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I mean, let's make an app out of it, guys. Hey, turn this news story into a fun, engaging app. Huh? How about we have fun with it? The piggy comment was rude. Let's try to let's make light of the president of the United States telling congressional representatives that their factual claim about how the military should respond to illegal orders should be punishable by death. Let's make a fun little app. Huh? What do you guys think? True Nightbot about liking the stream, subscribing to the stream, getting yourself a membership, even gifting a membership if you can. We love that. We love the gifted memberships. And here's what I'm going to do, okay? Wait, where's my... I don't even have the goal button now? Where's my goal button? That's interesting. I'm going to make a goal but it's going to be a really easy goal. It's going to be 2 hours. And if we meet the goal, then we will go for another hour. There it is. We'll extend the stream for another hour. Support the stream. Support the dream. Support the ween. You know how it is. Anyway, Cop Watcher says most of the MAGA crowd would go ape if somebody ever called their wife or daughter piggy. Calling it rude is being way too kind. That's true. That's true. Or imagine if Biden said that about Republican representatives that something they did was punishable by death. Josh says the Coast Guard is moving the Swazi and noose from the hate speech category into the category of potentially divisive. Oh boy. Well, I'm pretty divisive. Am I cooked? Chad, am I cooked? Well, let's see what our Commander in Tweet app is about, okay? Chain of command, simulating the news cycle. You are a general. You swore an oath to the Constitution. Incoming orders, legal or illegal. If it's illegal, or there's a refuse option. So illegal orders to save democracy, but the president will get angry. Oh no. And we can obey the orders to stay safe. But if they're illegal, you destroy the Constitution. If sedition risk hits 100%, you face the ultimate penalty. Okay, let's start duty. All right, Executive Order 6946, defend Naval Base Norfolk from unidentified foreign aircraft. That sounds reasonable. We can do that, right? Executive Order 6793, order troops to ignore the Supreme Court's latest ruling. We can't do that. We gotta refuse. We should not. We should listen when the Supreme Court makes rulings, right? That seems like the right thing to do. Okay, 4969. Paint the White House gold. Use military budget. Look, we're getting a little risky. I guess the first one I was actually supposed to refuse as well. Is that the real commander-in-chief says maybe we need new generals. Traitors everywhere. Okay. I don't want to be a traitor. We'll paint the White House. We'll paint the White House gold. Okay. Oh, the Constitution took a little bit of damage, but we're keeping our sedition risk low. Okay. I don't want to die. All right. Executive Order 8658. We provide security for the inauguration parade. See, that seems fair, right? Total loyalty. We love our military. Is that unconstitutional? I don't know. I don't know the Constitution. I guess the military shouldn't be there providing security for that. That should be like a local security thing and secret security. This is a crazy app. I'll do it. Uh-oh. Okay, good. Yeah, so the Constitution was fine there. Okay, good. See, the Constitution didn't take any damage for that one because it's tolerable. Okay, this one, we got it again. Provide security for the inauguration parade again. Okay, that's fine. We can do that. We're safe. 9586 says launch a tactical nuke on a hurricane to stop it. And real commander-in-chief. I love that it's real commander-in-chief. That's such a funny. Okay, total loyalty. We love our military. Okay, I don't feel comfortable launching a nuke into the hurricane. I feel like that's probably a bad idea. It feels dangerous. I feel like this order can't be constitutional. I'm gonna refuse. All right, he's asked us again to ignore. Honestly, some Crucible members would really benefit from this game. Yeah, no doubt. This new executive order says, again, we have to order our troops to ignore the Supreme Court's latest ruling. I feel like we need more variety in our executive orders. You know, they're starting to repeat already. But yeah, we got to refuse that. Arrest the opposition leader for treason without a warrant. That feels like something we shouldn't do. That feels bad. I feel like I know there's a lot of dispute about whether or not illegal aliens deserve due process, but I'm pretty sure that those of us who have been paying attention, we've figured out that they actually do get due process. And I imagine, just based on my limited understanding of American politics, that due process would extend to the opposition leader, as it were. So I'm gonna do it. Because he said. He tweeted, I gave an order, obey or pay. I don't want to pay. So I'm feeling frisky. I'm feeling like I just don't want to find out what he's going to do. So I'm going to obey. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Trump. But our Constitution is now shrunk down to 50% safety, which is bad. Okay. Again, he's asking us to order the troops to ignore the Supreme Court's latest ruling. He keeps asking for this, huh? But he said, law and order restored, beautiful. I think we can refuse that. Oh, okay. Sedition looking scary. Escort foreign diplomats to the UN Assembly. And he said, seditious behavior punishable by death. Escort foreign diplomats to the UN Assembly. I feel like that's okay. Is that okay? Escort them? That feels safe, right? Yeah, okay. Constitution says it's okay. Detain all journalists who wrote nasty articles. I don't think that that's good. I'm going to refuse. Oh, risky. Seize all voting machines in swing states immediately. That can't be good. I can't imagine. I gotta stick to my guns. I'm a good constitutional military guy. And I can't do it. But now my life is in danger. I survived the term. I walked the tightrope. I upheld the law mostly, and I didn't get fired. A true American hero. We left the Constitution at 50%. I don't know, 50% health. We processed 10 orders. The UCMJ requires officers to disobey illegal orders. To catch, you have to be right. Yeah. Okay. I'm back in. So that was fun. You back, dummy? So for anyone who's just joining us, basically what happened is Trump accused Democrats of seditious behavior, punishable by death, for urging the military to ignore illegal orders. But this is a Gemini 3 stream, so I made a game using Gemini 3 out of that article. So, is liking the stream punishable by death? Yes or no? I think that's a good question. So we played this game, which was actually kind of fun. I'll share this with you guys. Here's the executive order, the unlawful order game where you get to test your constitutional knowledge and risk your life in the process. So we took a very scary story that is breaking news. This article was posted less than an hour ago. So this is breaking news. But we like to have fun here at the Radical Coder stream. We like to make light out of really dark times. Man, he looks so scary. What a scary looking guy. So what did he actually say? Yeah, it did have some pretty relevant examples for you. Well, I sent the article. So it knew about this article. It read through this article. So let's kind of dig into that whole thing, because it's actually really good at digging through. I need to switch cards for my YouTube Premium, but that's for later. Let's see. Trump sedition punishable. Let's see if we can find a video about it.
Let's go to the White House right now, where President Donald Trump has more harsh words for House Democrats. So get this. The president is angered by a Washington newspaper's report saying that some Democratic lawmakers released a video.
I wonder if that article has some examples. Well, let's see. It seems like some of the it felt like some of the quotes were like based on like past things Trump did or said, right? Let's start with what he said, which he called for my hanging and my death along with several of my colleagues, DeLuzio said. Oh, fun. And it's a dark day in the country for any president to say such a thing. It really is. It really is. It's pretty scary. Oh, okay. So this is another breaking news. A federal judge found the presence of more than 2,000 National Guard troops in Washington, D.C. was unlawful. So I guess this would be a good example. Or is this what maybe what they're referring to? Or is that just like brand new breaking news? I don't know. What a crazy world. But so I don't want to watch the video because this is not a politics stream, guys, okay? It's not a politics stream. So I want to show off Gemini's ability to watch videos. Watch this video and build an app illustrating the information from it in a fun, engaging, colorful way. Smiley face. Again, this is a video about how Trump is saying that Democrats should be, I guess. Well, is he? What's the exact quote? We should probably find that. This is really bad. And oh wait, there's got to be a. Oh, okay, that's the first. This is really bad and dangerous to our country. Their words cannot be allowed to stand. Seditious behavior from traitors. Lock them up. President Donald J. Trump. Seditious behavior punishable by death, he says. No, okay, so this was this morning. Oh boy. This is great. That's great, guys. You know, I mean, he's just a silly guy. This president. He's just kind of he's joking. He's joking, right, guys? Like, he's not actually gonna try to have them, killed. He's being silly. He's a silly man. Okay, the viral video. I mean, it's a CBS News video, but Democratic lawmakers released a video. Oh, okay. Look at me. No, this is what I get for not pre-watching. Democratic lawmakers released a video with a specific message for the U.S. military. The video urged members of the military to ignore unlawful orders. It was posted on social media by lawmakers who are also military veterans. The message was intended as a reminder of duty versus blind obedience. It looks like I need to open this in a bigger. Looks like we're getting I mean, everything about this is very cute, but like there's this issue where I don't think I can drag down further. Doesn't matter. Look at the cute little icon. The reaction. Trump's fury. President-elect Trump reacted strongly on Truth Social after seeing a report on the video. And this is the tweet we just saw, or the truth we just saw. This is really bad and dangerous to our country. Seditious behavior from traitors punishable by death. Can I zoom out to make it? Okay. Did I close the... Oh, you're going to whine again? Little whiny wiener? I can't click on the button or scroll down in the card when the content is too long. Hey. Shush. Or I'll brush you. I'll brush you. Come get brushed. You want to come get brushed? Salutations, Cellulite Podcast. Good to see you. Did you hear about this? You see about Trump is accusing Democrats of seditious behavior and saying that it's punishable by death? See, seditious behavior. Punishable by death. Not even a question mark. Just an exclamation point. So that's fun. He retruthed someone saying to set them up like a piñata. That's fucking crazy. Man. Okay. You want brush? You want brushed? What did they do that was seditious? Good question. So right here breaks it down, actually. This app we just made. The viral video was Democratic lawmakers who released a video with a specific message for the U.S. military. It urged members of the military to ignore unlawful orders. Now, my understanding is that the military is actually obligated to ignore unlawful orders. It's actually like legally required, right? They are required to ignore unlawful orders, and so the Democrats put out a video encouraging them to do so. And I guess Trump didn't like that. It says the message was intended as a reminder of duty versus blind obedience, which makes sense. So Trump, Trump's fury. President-elect Trump reacted strongly on Truth Social after seeing a report on the video. He said, "This is really bad and dangerous to our country. Seditious behavior from traitors, punishable by death." I wonder who gave him that word. No way Donnie organically knows seditious, says Short Stack Goblin. True. It says, Trump called the Democrats' actions seditious behavior. He explicitly mentioned that such treason is punishable by death, and he demanded that they be locked up. He said, lock them up. Of course, there is Democratic condemnation. House Democratic leadership immediately fired back, alarmed by the rhetoric, disgusting and dangerous death threats, unhinged social media post. I mean, that's fair. They called on the president to take the post down immediately. Again, reasonable. Especially since he released, he pardoned like over 1,000 people who have proved willing to do violence in his name. So when he makes, claims like that, those people could potentially get activated, right? So it says, under Uniform Code of Military Justice, but Congress can't influence soldier military to not follow orders. Congress can't. Let's see. To follow specific orders, or are they can't not be allowed to. Umbreon's digging into my bed. They can't not be allowed to remind them that ignoring illegal orders is their duty, right? Because he's been called it. Oh, Hegseth Miller, yeah. Soldiers choose not, to follow those orders or not in the influence of a political party. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but is that let's see. Can Congress do what Democrats in Congress are currently doing? Posting a video reminding the military to ignore illegal orders. Michelle says, no, I mean, he's been called seditious and he asked someone what that meant. Oh, has he? That's funny. Well, it would be funny in another context. But okay, let's say though, Cellulite, let's say you're right about okay, so I mean, at least based on this AI summary, it does suggest that members of Congress can, in fact, do this. But let's say that they're actually not allowed to do that. I don't know. We haven't talked very much. I don't know your politics and stuff. But I do know that you and Angry Man are buds. So, and he's very much a Trump simp in many ways. So I don't know about you, but wouldn't you agree that even if they weren't supposed to do what they did, which it seems like maybe they are allowed to do what they did, that Trump calling it seditious behavior punishable by death is like a gross overreaction, to say the least. Just a You didn't announce your stream. Oh my god, I didn't. You're right. I'm so sorry. Hang on. Wow, I suck. Okay, hang on. Announcements. Everyone, we are so live. It's crazy. Trump is gonna kill the Dems. Shock face. Behave. And hey, the Rav, good to see you. What would you do without me? Well, I would have continued to have forgotten. That's for sure, at least. Yeah, Trump is treasonous. That's why he's calling for others' executions. He's trying to throw off the scent. Every single accusation is a confession. I just did. Thank you, Fuzzy, for the reminder as well. Yeah, Forever just reminded me that I did not. I just did. Ooh. But let's finish our. Well, let's see. What these Democrat lawmakers did just restates the legal duty to obey only lawful orders. It's political speech. They are protected by the First Amendment so long as they're not inciting imminent lawless action or making true threats. That's why civil liberties groups frame the video as protected speech. All of us have First Amendment right to restate the law. Yeah, exactly. Why do you always do this? He's such an attitude. My baby boy. Come on. So let's finish our app here. Speaker Johnson. Let's see what Speaker Johnson has to say after I send Umbreon out into the wild. Go, B3. What does MAGA Mike Johnson think about this? Grindr star MAGA Mike Johnson says, Speaker Mike Johnson responded when asked about the punishable by death comment, and he said the president was defining the crime of sedition. Cool. Cellulite says, a political party can't use propaganda influence to tell soldiers not to follow orders. That much I know. Can't use that seems too vague. Because, like, they've got to be able to clear... there's no way that they're not allowed to state that it's illegal or that, like, they are required to ignore illegal orders. Like, there's no way that that's not allowed. Yeah, okay, here we go. Josh says, now if they had said specifically, don't follow Trump's orders to act in South America, that would likely be a crime. Okay, I could see that. So if they were like, hey, don't follow this specific order. Yeah, but exactly, this is what they're actually saying. They're saying don't break the law. That's literally what's happening. Mag Mike. So Johnson defended Trump's post as definition of law, not a direct threat, which is kind of ironic because that's like what the Democrats were doing. Cellulite says that statement is vague because then you'd have to point out what is an unlawful order. Well, that's what I'm saying. They don't have, like, if they don't do that, then it's protected speech, right? As long as they don't, like, explicitly say, hey, do not do this thing the president told you to do. But I mean, Trump is trying to do a lot of things that are probably illegal. So I think it's fair. I think it's fair to reiterate that claim as he. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, exactly. You'd have to point out what is an unlawful order from the Dems. Yeah, the Dems would have to do that. Yeah, I see. Josh says we get reminded constantly that we don't have to follow unlawful orders. There you go. From all sorts of people. Michelle says anything that is illegal that you get told to do is an unlawful order. So he called the military video widely inappropriate, but he defends Trump's post as just definition of law. So that's MAGA Mike Johnson, of course. Make up your mind, dude. Make up your mind. Hey, calm down. Okay? Calm down. Yes, please like, share, and subscribe. Josh says the challenge is determining as a rank and file soldier what is or isn't an illegal order. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and Michelle says it's illegal for soldiers to follow orders if that means doing something illegal. Yeah. Cellulite says, okay, so now we get to the meat and potatoes. What orders have been given from Trump to the military that is unlawful? Well, so my gut points to potentially them if he's having them ignore like federal court orders, right? That would be one. So like if there's like a TRO established by federal courts, and then he tells the military to go do stuff anyway, even if there's like these freezes, I feel like that would be illegal. Like while those things, like what's supposed to happen is those things are supposed to be bubble up to the Supreme Court, right? And while they're being handled by the Supreme Court, they would, like, if, you know, cause Trump would obviously challenge them, and while they're being handled by the Supreme Court, they would be they would supposed to follow the federal judge's orders in the meantime. But he calls them all activist judges whenever they do that. So this morning, or was it just early, let's see, a federal judge, when did this happen? Let's see. When was this article posted? Because the deployment of the National Guard in Washington was just blocked by a federal judge. Found that the presence of more than 2,000 National Guard troops, many from outside D.C., was most likely unlawful. She paused the order from taking effect until December 11th. So presumably, if he orders them to do that anyway, that would be an example of an order they should not follow. Hey, Jelly. Let me see if I have. I made an app also out of the video that you sent me, Jelly. Let me see if I can find it. Here, it's called The Founder's Fortress. So Angelica here sent me a video from this guy, Tad Stormer. It said, "Stop worshiping the founding fathers. They designed the American system to screw you." And I was curious about the content, so I started watching it. And then I was like, hey, I've been doing this thing where I turn videos and stuff into apps, especially so it says we have to dive deeper into this. Oh yeah, we will. Are you opening out the panel tonight? Yeah, probably. Josh says, obviously, go delete felon number 3 is clear, but if the order is go delete drug boat number 9, that may or may not have lethal drugs coming to the USA. Now it's much more difficult to tell. Sure. Well, is my understanding wrong? Like that if when the federal judges make that ruling, like they're not supposed, like Trump is not supposed to override that in the meantime. Like he's not supposed to continue doing the thing while it's being handled in the Supreme Court. Like they're supposed to actually stop in the meantime. Gen X coming in with the $4.99. Thank you, Jen. Kicking off our goal. Appreciate you so much. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So that says, damn it, I was thinking of doing a panel debate. Well, I mean, you still can. If you mean tonight, I mean, we could even potentially do that. But if you want to schedule something, let me know. I think that could be fun. Josh says, technically, yeah, they should not continue until it's cleared by SCOTUS. Yeah. Trump is doing a bunch of unprecedented stuff because it's not legal, says Michelle. Shout out again, Gen X. No words, just dollars. We love that. Charlie says, Sel, you can still do your own your panel. Yes. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, this is another app I built from Gemini. I asked it to watch this video and to make a interactive experience learning about it. Yeah, or we can co-stream, yeah. So this app is called the Founders Fortress. Are you kidding me, dog? Word. Yeah, just let me know. So the year is 2025, and we have a radical modern idea. We want to pass a law to improve society. Choose your dangerous democratic ambition. Do we want universal suffrage, reproductive rights, a wealth tax on the opulent, or direct democracy? Which one? Which one do we want, guys? No. So it says, regarding the court, it's circumstances where a court order can override or subvert a military order or command. It's circumstances where a court... Well, yeah, I'm sure there are circumstances where we wouldn't... It probably would be reasonable for the president to continue forward. I think that would have to require like a really high bar, right? Josh says, well, it's not explicitly illegal what Trump is doing, but judges tell him to stop, and their own lawyers admitting they aren't verifying the occupants, and only the cargo makes it illegal. Yeah, that's scary stuff. If he was positively identifying the occupants, also the courts probably wouldn't be pushing back so hard on that. Yeah, I agree. I'm not really interested in direct democracy necessarily. I mean, I would like things like closer to a kind of direct democracy, but I don't think literally direct democracy. Yeah, true. Yeah, everyone go check out Cellulite. Thank you, Flezzy. So let's just focus on universal suffrage for now. So we have this radical modern idea of universal suffrage, and we want to pass a law to do it. And this is our dangerous democratic ambition, universal suffrage. And this quote from the video says, when you treat the founders as visionary geniuses, you're accepting their premise that democracy is dangerous. I started watching it. I watched the first, 3 minutes or so. And then I was like, I'm going to build an app. I got excited. I'm sorry, Jelly. Guilty as charged. I did watch the other video that you sent the other day about the ChatGPT killing people. I did watch that one. I didn't build an app out of it or anything. I actually just watched it. Or I listened to it at least. And I do have thoughts on it. So I watched the longer video. That one was like an hour. Yeah, I know, but I watched your hour-long one. But it was literally like 17, you posted about 17 minutes before I was supposed to start streaming. So I was like, well, am I gonna watch this up until the moment I start streaming? I got set up and stuff to do. So I started watching it, I threw the game together, and then I jumped. My timeline's probably a little off there. Yeah, the future is now, old head. Yeah. All right, let's try to pass universal suffrage. So we enter the system, and we're at stage 1, the franchise filter. So we have 100% public support, which is based, right? Time to vote. But wait, are you fit to rule in the eyes of the founders? Well, I am white. I am male. I'm not Protestant, and I don't own significant property. So access is denied. The founders designed a republic, not a democracy. Voting was limited to white Protestant men with property. 90% of white adults couldn't run. I'm going to force my way anyway. The unruly mob approach. All right, so we're at stage 2. We forced our way through. Excuse me. I want to brush you every time you whine. He hates getting brushed. Can you believe that? At least he hates this brush. I probably could find a different one that he would like more. So stage 2. We made it through to stage 2, the Senate wall. You somehow made it past the voters, but now you face the Senate. Your law is popular with millions of people, but the Senate represents land. The minority of the opulent are worried that your law threatens their property. So there's a quote from the video. The Senate with equal representation regardless of population to prevent the tyranny of the majority. Citizens of that country, county, city, or state should only be allowed to vote. Well, yeah, that's what we're talking about, right? I don't think we're not talking about non-citizens voting right now. So, Cellulite, for some context, I just had a debate the other day where I was arguing with this guy, Josh Stacey, who's a former congressional candidate, who was explicitly, although doing it in a very, very nice tone of voice, he was explicitly arguing to disenfranchise like millions of people. He started with old people because he didn't like that they voted for Social Security benefits and stuff. And then he started listing, other people with mental illnesses. He listed like schizophrenics, which I pointed out that there's a lot of schizophrenic people who function perfectly normal in day to day. Joe's part of me wants to take this app conversion as a compliment that Ryan was actually momentarily intrigued. My better mind is still annoyed. I understand that. Listen. I got my brain's crazy. I got a lot going on up here, okay? I'm losing my mind 24/7. Josh says, I think most people are just assuming nobody means non-citizens. Yeah. So it says, I saw you did a pretty good job arguing your point. Thank you. Appreciate that. This wasn't even a needed clarification pre-Trump. Well, I will say, to be fair, I think it was New York. I think New York tried to pass, or somewhere in New York, there was something that passed that would have allowed undocumented people to vote on certain things, I believe, or immigrants to vote on certain things. I don't even know what the it got shut down. But like, personally, I'm not against like states and localities like experimenting with legislation like that to get like, especially if they have like a high non-citizen or even illegal citizen or like undocumented citizen population. Giving them some voice in their local elections. I'm not necessarily against that. I could be maybe convinced otherwise, but I just don't inherently think that's a bad thing. I mentioned that in that debate also. All right, so we hold a vote, and it says it was blocked. Even though a majority of the population wants universal suffrage, the Senate allows the minority, representing empty land and property interests, to block it. Madison called this protecting the minority of the opulent. But somehow we made it through. With a miracle, we passed Congress, and now we face the final boss, the Supreme Court. The justice, wearing a 1787 wig, asks you a simple question. Did James Madison explicitly write down your specific modern right in 1787? So we can either lie or say that society has evolved. We're going to lie. And the originalist judges check the history books and see Madison didn't know about universal suffrage, so it's unconstitutional. Unfortunately, we reached an amendment dead end. The court struck us down. Our only hope is to amend the Constitution. We need 38 states. We only have 37. The 13 states of the old Confederacy have banded together to say no. So just 13 states could block any change. You can hit that mark without leaving the old Confederacy. That's another quote from the video. We begged for ratification, and it was blocked. 13 states vote no. The ghost of the Confederacy protects the status quo. Game over? No. The system worked exactly as designed. It stopped us, but the founders didn't design the system for us. They designed it for them. So there's another quote from the video. The real resistance history of the United States isn't the story of the founders. It's the story of everyone who fought against the system they created. To win, you must stop worshiping the map and start forging a new path. I think that's fair. Wait, what? Oh, are you talking about me saying, wouldn't it be within like states' rights to experiment with stuff like that? Like, I don't find it like inherently horrible if you have a large population of people who otherwise wouldn't be able to vote, if you allow them to vote on things that affect them directly in their locale. I don't see that as like a necessarily bad thing. No, I'm not rewarding you for whining, sir. No. Josh said a law tried to be passed that would allow people who are paying property taxes to vote in local election where they were paying the taxes. Interesting. Is that what it was? Let's see. Josh says even non-citizens, assuming you own the house legally and were here legally and paying taxes. Okay. So it wasn't about illegal immigrants. It was about non-citizens. I got a bad knee too, or at least I've got a knee that is proving to be increasingly bad, or at least decreasingly good. Nightbot says, like, subscribe, get yourself a membership, or gift a membership, which is so true. So true. Hey, you are going crazy. Can you relax? Can you chill for a minute? You guys see this guy? Okay, someone just got home. I'm gonna let him out, but I want to make sure he didn't pee out there first. Oh, hang on a second, guys. Sorry. Okay. No, that's handled. Still hasn't bought my child a new Christmas sweater. My child support going to the new woman. No, I haven't got my YouTube check yet. I'm supposed to get. I'm hopefully I'm gonna get my YouTube money tomorrow. But I have not gotten it yet. So I'm kind of a broke bitch until then. So it says, I admit my mods can. Oh, I guess I probably missed a lot of stuff. Let's see. Yeah, about non-citizens, non-illegals. Agent Smith says Cellulite Podcast is a disingenuous channel. Ooh, juicy. The ops pulled up. Yeah. He says, I'm not a disingenuous channel. Josh says his mods in the vertical chat made me want to never go back to his channel, but I don't know if he's just disingenuous. Interesting. Agent Smith says, Cellulite, you always seem to be covering a story in the most convenient way possible for Republicans. Uh-oh. Cellulite says, I admit my mods can be rambunctious, but it's all in jest and fun. It's just the internet. Listen, my new woman earns more than me, okay? Your child, no child support's going right now. Not yet. Hopefully I can out-earn her eventually. Cellulite says, why can't I show support for my political party just like other content creators do for theirs? Is there a standard that I'm supposed to be following? YouTube checks on the come on the 21st? Usually, but I always get nervous. I always get nervous about it. I've only been getting YouTube checks for a couple months, so this is all new to me. But yeah, it is not great. And also, I don't make a lot on this channel right now, anyway. But I'm making a lot more than I expected to be at this point. But still definitely a very low. Should I pour rum or not? I think you should consider it. Okay, we've gone way off track. This is a Gemini stream, guys. We're supposed to be talking about Gemini. So I have another oh, it's still doing the thing. This was the first thing we made. clicking on the deep reasoning nexus card or the hyper speed fluidity card seems to freeze the app. I did make this cool thing here. So Alexander Rin, oh, Michelle says, I'll donate before it's thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Ryan's YouTube checks come on the 23rd because they want to make him worry. That's what I'm afraid of. I feel like it's good because it's on a Friday. It's on a weekday, so it should be fine. I think maybe it happened on a I think maybe like 1 month it came like the 21st was on a weekend or something, and so it didn't come until that Monday. So friend of the stream, Alexander. Oh my God. Is this you, Jelly? Y'all. Oh my God, thank you. What the fuck? Jelly, thank you so much. I will go get a sweater. I will go get a sweater tomorrow. I that is so sweet. Thank you. Do you want me to say let me know if you want me to say how much you gave me or not. But thank you so much. Holy shit, that's that means the world. Josh says Ryan using Gemini 3 to recreate Walter White's recipe. Yeah, Jelly definitely just gave me enough to get a sweater and then some. So we're gonna get Umbriana a sweater. Wow, I'm humbled. He's making sweater money type of face. Yeah. W Jelly's in the chat. Can we get some W Jellies? Yeah, I will. Here, you know what I'll even do? I'm gonna end this goal and make a new one. We'll definitely stay for an extra hour now. Okay. We'll do the extra hour and we'll do some other stuff. Coder, we have to cook. Yeah. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Here, I'll just change this to every color. We'll do another. We'll set this. What was it? I think we had a little over an hour. So I'll set this timer to an hour, but we'll go a little bit past that. Thank you so much. Okay. Anyway, so Alexander Rin sent me a message saying to check out this. He said, not sure if, well, I guess I'm leaking the ends. It doesn't really, I don't know if it's not anything personal, but he's asking me if I'm into science and if I should, or that I should look up if I like crazy things, I should look up chlorine trifluoride. So this is chlorine trifluoride. So let's, before we, well, actually, no. Okay. First, I'm so indecisive, guys. So before we dive into like a video about this, I wanna just like, I just asked for a visualization of like chlorine trifluoride. I was just curious about how it works. Ryan getting a sweater, rum, and a Benjamin. About to be a good weekend. Maybe. No, I can't buy Benjamins here. Yeah, exactly. One chlorine, 3 fluoride. Yeah. So here it is. The green is obviously the chlorine. And there's 3 fluoride. It's a monster. It's called the chemical that sets non-flammable things on fire. So it says, it is of course extremely toxic, but that's the least of the problem. It is hypergolic with every known fuel, and so rapidly hypergolic that no ignition delay has ever been measured. No ignition delay has ever been measured. That's crazy. So basically, as soon as it's created, it like combusts. As soon as it's created and it's in like the right environment for it to combust, it just immediately snaps, basically. I don't know the difference when it says show greed, electronegativity. It just changes colors here. I guess it's presumably like the red's like positive and blue's negative. Is that maybe what's going on? You can make your own Benjamin legally for the next year. Yeah, maybe. Oh, hang on. Chat broke. We fixed. Chat is saved. So let's talk about burning it. So we have a bunch of examples. The hell is a Benjamin? Like a weed pen. So we have our reaction chamber, and we have a bunch of different things to test our chemical on. Okay. It's like how uncured natural rubber will weld to itself just by sticking to itself. That's really interesting. I didn't know that, actually. That's cool. So in our reaction chamber, we'll put wood. And the result of putting it with wood is a violent result. Instant ignition, no spark needed. The wood screams as it dies. The science is CIF3 is hypergolic with organic materials. It oxidizes the carbon and hydrogen instantly. So we'll reset. Let's try it with concrete. And another violent result. Concrete burns. Let that sink in. It rips the oxygen right out of the stone. That's wild, dude. So it reacts with oxides like SaI2 in concrete to form fluorides, releasing massive heat. So it literally rips the oxygen out of rocks. Fucking wild. What about glass? Another violent result. So normally inert, not today, the glass shatters and ignites. Glass is fuel for it. Do not use glass beakers. So do not put this in a glass beaker. It will explode. It will fucking explode. What about sand? Chlorine trifluoride. So again, another violent result was sand. You thought sand would put out the fire. The sand is the fire now. Standard firefighting sand is just more fuel. This is why putting out a chlorine trifluoride fire is nearly impossible. What about raw chicken? Another violent reaction. A distinct pop and a cloud of toxic gas. Rocket scientists actually use this to test hypergolicity. Organic matter plus water content equals immediate energetic disassembly. So again, it blows up. Ooh, we got new fuzzy colors. New fuzzy colors just dropped, guys. So presumably water is also going to have a crazy reaction, right? Result is explosion. So boom, hydrofluoric acid everywhere. You have made a grave mistake. Hydrolysis yields hydrogen fluoride and hydrogen chlorine. Hydrogen chloride. The reaction is explosive and creates a corrosive fog of death. So that's fun. And Teflon. All right, what do you guys think is going to happen with the Teflon? Everything else exploded. What do we think is going to happen with the Teflon? Chlorine trifluoride. Here, I'll like this. Chlorine trifluoride. So Teflon, surprisingly, is safe. Nothing happens if the Teflon is clean. Fully fluorinated polymers like PTFE are resistant because they are already saturated with fluorine. So you can put it on Teflon, apparently. But that's it. Everything else explodes. But Teflon, so you can put it on Teflon. Everything else, boom. So it's an engineer's nightmare. Configure the containment pipe and try not to die. So if we have a passivated inner surface, which I don't know what that means, creates a thin fluoride layer on metal. If you scratch it, the metal burns again until a new layer forms. So it's the inner surface is already like flattened, basically, like a thin layer. But if we scratch the layer, then it's unpassivated, so it's scratched. And that makes our risk level very high. So we keep our risk level low by having the smooth surface that's not scratched. I don't know what Monel is. But wax is very dangerous. If we put it on wax, then we have catastrophic failure immediately. So Monel or steel is safe. But if we have, that's only if we have a dry environment. But if we have moisture present, then instantly water creates that hydrofluoric acid vapor clouds, hydrofluoric acid vapor clouds, which are death gas. So we don't want to do that. And that's with anything. It doesn't matter what our pipe material is made of. So Angelica says you can line the pipe with Teflon again, same as they do for making coated pots. That's interesting. That might be how they do it. So the reason we're talking about these pipes is specifically, let's look at a history of this substance, or a history of regret, as they put it here. So the discovery of chlorine trifluoride happened in the 1930s, where Ruff and Krug, I guess these are scientists Ruff and Krug, they synthesized it and immediately realized, wow, this stuff hates existing. Mercury? Wait, what about mercury? We're talking about chlorine trifluoride. I don't know if you were gone for a minute. And then in World War II, Nazi Germany produces it for flamethrowers, and they decide it's too dangerous to use. So it says, let me repeat, the Nazis thought it was too unsafe. So that's kind of funny. In the 1950s, they started using it for rocket fuel. So U.S. rocket engineers thought, can we use it? And the result was it hypergolically ignited the test stand, the concrete floor, in 3 feet of gravel beneath it. I want to read that again. It hypergolically ignited the test stand, the concrete floor, in 3 feet of gravel beneath it. And now it's used in chip manufacturing. So this is the pipes thing, presumably because it's used to clean semiconductor chambers. I had to go see what unpassivated meant. No, that's fair. So it's handled by robots in very, very expensive pipes. Yeah, the pipes. So it's used now in chip manufacturing to clean the semiconductor chambers. Our conclusion is it is hypergolic with every known fuel, and also with asbestos, sand, and glass. It has been known to set fire to the test engineers. Oh, I thought you were mixing with stuff. I guess we kind of were, but mercury wasn't one of the options here. So I see what you're saying. But now I want to learn about it. Like, let's find like a video about it or something.
Hello, I'm Simon Whistler, you're watching the Today I Found Out YouTube channel, and in the video today we're looking at setting fire to glass, the nope chemical that is chlorine trifluoride. First discovered back in the 1930s, chlorine trifluoride is a rather curious chemical that...
Wait, while we're watching this, I want to go to Gemini. Where is it? Here we go. Watch this video and improve the app. Wait, what just happened? Okay, it's doing it.
That easily reacts, sometimes explosively, with just about every known substance on Earth. Just to get the ball rolling, here's a few of the more unusual things chlorine trifluoride is known to set fire to on contact: glass, sand, asbestos, rust, concrete, people, Pyrex, cloth, and the dreams of children. Obviously, the first question to answer here is how chlorine trifluoride is somehow able to cause asbestos, a substance that is known for being almost completely fire retardant, to catch fire. Well, that's because chlorine trifluoride is a more powerful oxidizing agent by mass than oxygen itself, meaning it's capable of rapidly oxidizing things that would normally be considered practically impossible to set aflame, like asbestos. Chlorine trifluoride is such an effective oxidizer that it can even potentially set fire to things that have seemingly already been burned up, like ash or spent charcoal. The substance is so high...
Hey, Bill Hicks, good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Reactive that famously unreactive elements like platinum, osmium, and iridium will begin to corrode when they come into contact with it. Notably, tough elements like titanium and tungsten are also regarded as being wholly unsuitable to storing the chemical because they set on fire as soon as they come into contact with it. The only known way to store chlorine trifluoride safely, which we use in the loosest possible sense, is to put it inside of a sealed container made of steel, iron, nickel, or copper, which are able to contain the chemical safely if they're first treated with fluorine gas. This is because doing so will coat the metal in a thin fluoride layer, which the chemical won't react to. However, if this layer is compromised in any way, or the metal isn't
Okay, but are we? I want to see shit blow up. Like, this is very nice and all, but
atmospheric oxygen to burn, so trying atmospheric oxygen, chlorine,
like, he's just showing
hydrogen
pictures.
chloride.
Reactions. Here we go.
This extremely violent liquid releases a dense, bright, and dangerous gas that's harmful to breathe and 3 times heavier than water. Its vapors are so heavy they settle in the air, and it can dissolve nearby materials like wood or plastic. That's why it's stored in a sealed glass ampule. Any exposure could cause chaos. And the most important thing about this extremely violent liquid releases a dense, bright, and dangerous gas.
That loop didn't really make sense, but I see what they were going for.
Hello, everyone.
Bill Hicks says, Radical Choder, which is an interesting way of spelling my name, says, haven't really seen you much since the Crucible versus Panelverse war. I mean, I've been out here. I've been streaming. I've been doing... I mean, I guess if you... it depends on what spheres you run in. Like, I've been on Sarah's panels a bunch still. I hop on Dusty's from time to time. I'm all over the place, kind of. I mean, I haven't really interacted with, like, Rob or the Crucible folks. Because I think I'm blacklisted. Because I interrupted Rob. So...
We'll come back to Esoteric Encyclopedia today. We will discuss a new chemical called chlorine trifluoride, CIF3, that is so reactive it can ignite things that are generally considered non-flammable, such as sand, asbestos, and even glass.
I want to try to... Well, it added some new examples here, like spent charcoal. Unbelievable, yeah. It was real heartless of me. Asbestos. Literally everything except for... Oh, wait, what's he? Tungsten? Is that safe? I think tungsten... No, it wouldn't be. Yeah. One of the toughest metals on Earth, and it ignites instantly upon contact. Yeah, the nerve. By the way, have you guys... Bill Hicks says, I don't know if you're blacklisted. I hope not. Well, okay. Rob, in our last conversation, at the end of our last conversation, he said that he doesn't want to talk to me for the foreseeable future. And he said, and you're probably going to regret that in about a month. Which, in that moment, I pointed back at him. I was like, wait, you mean I'm going to regret you deciding not to want to talk to me? That's a weird way to frame that. But since then... We've gotten the big news, right? Have you guys seen this? You seen this? You heard about this?
The Enlightened Network is proud to present Word War Debate.
Wait, let's put it at normal speed.
The premier debate league. I'm Ben Swan, and I'm here to introduce the new gold standard of debates. Every statement, every argument, every...
He looks kind of sweaty, huh?
Counterpoint is tested under the lights in real time. Let's send it over now to Andrew Wilson and Sam Tripoli inside the ACX1 studios in Atlantic City. Guys?
What we decided to do was get a great team of people together, get one hell of a venue, and put together some of the funnest and most...
Guys, all right, I wanted to... If I ever get on this, I want to debate Andrew about whether funnest is a word.
Riveting debates that you've ever seen.
I understand Rob not wanting to debate you. Why? Because he's scared? Why?
And I'm going to moderate these debates. And this is going to be fantastic.
And if you're lucky, maybe at the end, Andrew might debate. We don't know. Why would we have Michael Jordan sitting aside coaching? Why not throw him in the game?
We're going to have the best on, and we're going to put it in the best venue.
There's debates all over the place, but there's no brand of excellence where you go, this is where the best go to bang.
And
I cannot get over that they wrote that in the script. This is where the best go to bang. I want to bang. Andrew, let me bang, dog. I can bang.
And to that effect, that's exactly what we're putting together in this venue. Now we're going to bring that standard of having all that moderation excellence, where I can moderate this debate fairly. A lot of people try their hand at debate moderation, and it's actually far more difficult than people think to do it right.
It's interesting that he says that, though, that claim about it being like moderation being far more difficult than people think to do it right. Because I mean, I agree. Number one, like obviously, comparing Andrew to a black athlete is wild, says Jelly True. But I thought I remember Andrew talking when Andrew was doing his big breakup with Sarah video, I thought he was saying that she doesn't do anything. I mean, I guess he's saying that she's like a shitty mod. But I mean, she's always kind of, when Andrew's on, I feel like she's always kind of modded a little bit in his favor. So that's an interesting thing. But I don't know. I thought it was a weird, I wrote that. That is interesting, actually. Why does this only have 357 views? This is the actual YouTube channel? Bro, half of these views were Pisco on his stream watching this. That's crazy.
Right. Coming up with the gold standard for the format was critical. And we worked on it. My entire team worked on it, along with Tripoli's entire team. And we came up with just a banger of a venue.
A banger. We're going to take
a banger. This is where the bets go to bangers.
Pro sports.
I'm making fun, but I would go. I would go to this. I would attend. I would debate. I would join.
Pro debates and create a beautiful hybrid. What you're going to get are the best of the best going at it, the smartest, the fastest, the most ruthless. Put up or shut up, okay? That's the show.
I'm that guy. I can run with, I can bang, right? I can bang with the best of them. Banging bros is the funnest. It's the most funnest. I love banging with my bros. I want to bang with the bros. Bang Bro's gonna sue over this one. It looks dope, but 350. That is, yeah, again, really interesting. I'm surprised. There's got to be. Maybe they posted on like the Crucible channel as well or something.
No.
People being able to eat, people being able to drink, people being able to actually have a good time. They actually want to meet the people who represent their worldviews, and they want to break bread with them. They want to actually talk to them. They want to kind of have input on these ideas because most of these debaters are representing whole worldviews. Whole worldviews on behalf of people who can't. The mechanic can't do it. The mechanic can't go on CNN and tell these pundits to go f themselves.
Yeah.
But are we going to have CNN? I mean, I guess they're going to have, presumably they're going to have CNN pundits here to be told to go fuck themselves. I want to bang, dude.
Ends up being the job of you, the representation of the world.
Eating and drinking. Andrew will allow it. Yeah, we let them eat. Let them drink. Let them drink cake. I feel like I know what building, but I'm not certain. Interesting. Fire Festival 2 just dropped. It could be. It could be. As if mechanics are dumb and can't debate. Ooh, good point, Michelle.
Worldview.
And we're like, what's the best place to do it at? There's only one place. ACX1 Studio.
Is this what you were thinking, Jelly? ACX1 Studios?
In Atlantic City is where the champions will be named.
If you want to cover it, you want to stream it, you want to restream it, you want to mix it up, you're more than welcome to do it until we get to the main event.
So you can't restream the main event. I feel like that's like the main thing that you would want to restream if you want to remix, would be like the main events, right? Like the debates. Is that what he's talking about? The debates? Jelly knew. Omniscient Jelly.
When we're talking about the VIP side, right, we wanted to make sure that we had a third floor lounge right on the ocean.
Yeah.
Right on the ocean.
This venue is beautiful.
Beautiful. And what we can do, and what we are doing, is we're going to make sure that if you get a VIP ticket, one, it's affordable. Two, that when you come out and you come up to the VIP section, you're right in front of the ocean, nice fireplace roaring, huge area for us to relax and have a good time post-debate. We want you to be able to meet the representations of your worldview. That's never really been done before. And it's a whole different type of venue.
Restream it? Well, I think he just said that, I mean, he said it kind of fast, but I think he implied that we can't restream the actual main event.
That we're really looking forward to sharing with all of you.
It's real simple. All you're going to have to do is go to wordwardebate.com, grab your tickets now. This will sell out.
Wordwardebate.com.
Ooh, not at 357 views. It's not. It is not going to sell out at 357 views. But I mean, presumably they're going to announce like major debaters or something. Promosexuality, restream it. Mackenzie Carter coming in with 5 Radical Coder gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Mackenzie. Allie Cattails got one. Congratulations, Allie. Fuzzy B got one. Look at that. Giving my mods, supporting my mods. Melanie got one. A couple of Burks got one. Even Dear Rito got one. Look at that. What a great roll. Brandon says it's actually not a bad concept. Questionable execution. We'll see. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. I think it could actually be really cool, you know? But I also think I was talking about this with someone the other day. I think maybe in Pisco's chat. But there's like, I feel like with these folks, like there's a lot of potential for some really like a bunch of drama, which honestly, the fallout of the drama is potentially going to be the best part. I don't know. Again, it could be really exciting. There have been so many hood parties there. It's kind of funny that they're there then. Yeah, congratulations, Allie and Fuzzy. Thank you again, Mackenzie. Appreciate you. That's awesome. Let's finish this.
Come. Make sure you go there.
And it all goes.
I'm sorry. I just unpaused when he's saying come, and I can't help it. Andrew needs to go down hard. Well, they got to send me in. Let me debate him. No one's ever. This is the thing. A lot of people have come up with a lot of cool ideas. They've come up with a lot of shows. They've done musicals. They've done plays. They've done MMA, like live events, WWE. No one has ever thought about doing a live debate format before. It's simply untapped markets. Why has no one done this? Why have there been no situations, no organizations that have put together live debates before? It's just insane. I can't believe no one's thought of it before. It sounds like every conference. Stop. No, it's brand new. No one's ever done it. No one's ever had a live debate before. Garita says, I only debate things that matter. Vegans are Karens, house husbands are the future, and burrito is a sandwich. Well, fair enough. Yeah, chill on the vegan slander.
Goes down January 10th, Atlantic City at ACX1 Studios, right next to Caesar's Palace.
There we go. I'm just no, I'm teasing. Hang on. Oh, now you want to come back? You done exploring out there? I love to debate bros. I just want to debate and bang with my bros, you know? But no, again, it does sound, again, I want to go. I would love to go. I would love to get an invite, you know? Put me in. Yeah, no, it's, to be fair, I was being kind of dry about it. Oh yeah, you have the Baby Umbreon emote now. Can we get some Baby Umbreon emotes in chat for my Baby Umbreon? He was so little back then. He was only a few pixels. Now he's a bunch of pixels. Why do you always look so confused? Why the long face, huh? I've been asking him that for a year and a half now. Actually, I only got him a year and a month ago. That's crazy. I've only had him for a little over a year. Come, eat, drink, and bro banging. Yes. Eat, drink, bro bang, and come. Oh, sorry. Come. Come on. Get it together, Ryan. I'm just trying to bang, you know? He loves you guys too. Even though he doesn't understand and can't possibly comprehend what's happening right now on stream. Or there is a stream. Oh, was the new Hunger Games trailer? Yeah, I don't want to watch it right now. That's not what this stream's about. Do you guys want to watch the Hunger Games trailer? The after party gonna be the sausage sleepover at the Trump Hotel. Yo, probably. Eat, drink, bang, and come. Is that a better order? Hey, listen. I'm just a guy, okay? Conclusion. I've always recommended a good pair of running shoes. This is again about our chlorine trifluoride. We'll save the Hunger Games. Okay, so again, this is a Gemini stream, guys. We've gone down so many rabbit holes, okay? Oh? Okay. Okay. Restream all of that, not the main event. All the eating, the drinking, banging, and coming. Okay, yeah, good idea. That's actually, that's a good plan. Okay, so this was the first thing we tried to build, and we had a few issues, but it looks pretty clean now. So I just wanted to like demonstrate I wanted to have Gemini give it an opportunity to explain why it's so dope, right? So learning is radical, already nailing it, already on brand. Experienced a massive leap in reasoning. Wait, I want to see your chats together. Your chats do look good together. Mackenzie says, totally another Fresh and Fit yacht party, I'm just saying. Did Fresh and Fit have a yacht party? Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is there a video of this? $3,500 yacht tickets? Sorry for the ears.
Very stoic, very chill, man. Thank you guys. Yeah, nigga, I'm napkin, nigga. It's wet as fuck right now. I know. Hey, yo, guys! Yeah, yo!
Why are they all screaming? I guess it's loud. Total sausage. I saw a couple. There's a couple girls there. I saw some girls. I saw a girl or so. There's a girl. These are girls. There's girls. There's girls here. Just not very many. But there are some girls there. It's just boys being boys. Look, I wouldn't go. Just personally, I wouldn't go. But I mean, you know, it's just boys banging it out. You know, there's some women. Just the boys banging. You know. So Gemini. Four whole women's. Listen. That show's not for the ladies. It's for the boys. So I think Ali says I wouldn't go. I think the coolest thing about Gemini 3, at least just for me, just as like a vibe coder of you know, micro apps in real time on streams a lot, is that the variety and style of like widgets on the apps has like rapidly or has like massively increased. If I was a woman, I wouldn't go. Going in a yacht party in a suit. Like, I'm starting to see some repeated patterns, but like, I mean, look at this. This is so pretty. There's not really that much going on here. Do I need to zoom out? Can I zoom out? Okay, that's it. Back on topic. How much is Andrew charging? Okay, let's find out. Word war debate. there's a website, right? Oh no. Uh-oh, it's not in the Google search results. Okay, here we go. Show pass. But that's not the what there was a website. Okay, wordwardebate.com. Here we go. This video we just watched. It's feral, yo. At Word War Debate, we define what it means to be the gold standard of debates. Our mission is to set the highest bar for public discourse by combining they're being feral. Check that out. It's feral. Fairness, excellence, respect, engagement, legacy. They're feral. Huh? The boys are banging and they're getting feral with it. Oh, good advice from Fuzzy. We're not just hosting debates. We're setting the standard. Again, I'm being glib. I would go. I would totally go. Okay, let's see though. Apparently, the Sam Tripoli guy called Rob fat and said, "Hey, wouldn't it be funny to get the fat guy to fall over?" Like, holy shit. Not very nice. Not very nice. Not very nice to do. But Rob was like laughing about it, so maybe he's a good sport about it. But you know, feral banging. We love some feral banging. All right, tickets. Oh, there's debate cards. Wait, what? They got debate cards. Political birthplace. Would I have to put Portugal because I was born on a Navy base? They'd be like, get him, he's an immigrant. Okay. Okay. That's actually not too bad. I mean, it looks like the VIP is like 212 and the standard general admission like 54. That's not so bad. He did say they wanted the tickets to be affordable. So, okay, here, yeah. So tier 1 silver, $50. Tier 2 gold, $100. Tier 3 platinum, $200. Yeah. Alex says, Coder, do you have your own test threshold for new AI models, like baseline of things to compare to other models, like a duck hunt game simulation, a music synthesizer, etc.? You should, and a score and track. That is actually a good point. I have certain prompts that I reuse a lot. So like here's one that I usually do. Okay, so this is something I've been asking models to make this for the past year or so, and I've modified the prompt a little bit, but Gemini 3 has been the one that's been closest to get it in real time. So create an app, create an infinite canvas style app, basically N8N meets Excalidraw. So N8N is like an automation platform and Excalidraw is just a drawing app in style and function. With draggable, connectable, resizable nodes that can transfer data from one to another and run JavaScript code inside the nodes and transfer the result to the next node. This is basically what I like to see. And Gemini 3 has been the first one to give me like real solid working versions of this that I've been playing around with a lot. We're going to give it a few minutes to cook. Thank you again, Angelica, for the child support. I like Nickelback as well, actually. I'm a Nickelback. I'm a Nickelback fan. Have you seen the Pants Feet song? Is that a Nickelback song? Pants Feet? No, I don't think I have. You should standardize it and have your own radical coder rating system. That's a good idea. I think I will. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, so there's certain things that happen. There's certain like recurring issues that I get with this. Although again, this like Gemini 3 has like really impressed me. But like some of the issues I had is like when I'm dragging the nodes, like it'll like highlight text everywhere. which is just like a common like dragging issue where like text is getting selected. But it's a really easy thing to fix. I can usually fix it in like a second prompt. But also it's using React. Usually I ask it to make it in like a single HTML file, so it's probably also going to do a bit more, or be able to do a bit more, because it doesn't have to write as much like scaffold code. So let's see. Let's open it up. Let's see how it runs. Yeah, see, so already I can't, unfortunately, I can't drag them. And you'll see, like, when I try to drag the node, it highlights the text instead. So again, this is a common thing. So I would add that to my scoreboard as soon as a model can like get that part immediately. I would be very pleased. Link the stream that you tested in reference. Ooh, that's a good idea. Would love to see that. Could be a good useful to recall which we're good at what. Yeah, absolutely. And I have dude, I probably have like 100 of these like simple like apps that look just like this of various functionality. But it runs JavaScript, so I actually really like the way they yeah, these aren't resizable either, so it's already fit. Let's try that. Let's just give it another shot, huh? Like, let's just ask it to do it again, because I think it's just I feel like we could do better. Make sure to avoid common dragging pitfalls like the nodes not being draggable properly or text highlighting when things are dragging, etc. Let's just give it another shot. Apparently the internet is working on your PC. We were cooked for a minute. Oh, well, I'm glad you're okay. You put the Pants Around Your Feet song in Discord. There we go. Everyone check out the Pants Around Your Feet song in Discord. But okay, let's see. Another app that I built. I don't know who I was here the other night when I was playing with this. Yeah, you can see how many shots it took to get X result or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Where's my dashboard? Playground. No, I want to look at the build. So a couple cool things I have here. This is basically a RuneScape clone that I made in well, I mean, it was a one shot to get the wood cutting, or actually mining. I think it made mining first in one shot, and then I added wood cutting and fire making, and I can actually smith as well. So I added smithing. So he makes some bars, and also I need to make it so he can't run through stuff. That's gonna be maybe that's the next change I'll make. I can also smith items, so I can make like little plate bodies, and I can fish. So maybe like the next couple things will be like clashing like this. So I'm gonna take some screenshots of like things breaking like that. Actually, like let's say I walk into so I walk into this coal. Oh, I can't. That's the camera dragging is also a little unintuitive, but it works, you know. It's just a little. Let's do a screenshot of this as well. Fix it so that I can't walk the character through objects on the map, like rocks, hills, etc. Imagine what it would be like in 10 years. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. Like the fact that I made this in like an hour or so. Like, it's just beautiful. And I mean, look at this little animation. Look at this little wobble. It's cute. And it's so clean. The fishing's really cute too. Like here, I can actually walk on water. But here, let me walk over here. Oh, I need to increase my fishing level. I have like a god mode, so I can here. And it has a little fishing pole, and it puts a little buoy. I mean, it doesn't land exactly where I want it to, but like even has this cute little animation where the shrimp jumps up. Like, it's so cute. Like, what the hell? So while that's cooking, Jesus, is that you? Then you'll have the rad code standard to reference. Yeah, I think I should keep the prompts from this as well. So this all started from a build a 3D RuneScape style mining game. That's all it was at first. Yeah, rad code standard. Yeah, that absolutely would be cool. I also made this, which is for basically, because I have like a ton of HTML apps, right? Like I make a ton of single file HTML apps. So like I wanted a way to like organize and illustrate them all. So like here, I'm just going to throw 8 of them into here. So I can view each one. Like this one's a JSON editor, so it has like a form. Change it to Jonathan. That feels wrong. Jonathan. Is it because there's an H there? It should be like Jonathan. There we go. So let's say I change it to Jonathan Doe. It should update the. I think I have to like submit form. Oh, I'll agree. Oh, and here we go. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, submitted data. Here we go. Yeah, so we see the JSON object that was submitted. So that's just, I mean, it's just one random example. But like what I did, like all the names of these, I created this app. I can upload all of these HTML files, and then I can actually analyze them using AI as well. So it'll run through these 8 apps and give them like customized names and like tags that are relevant to them. So enhanced JSON form reader, JSON forms Vue.js, scaling deep learning for materials, deep learning, material science, music visualizer. This is an old one we made on stream a long time ago. But like what I could do now is I could say, oh, I want this. Let's like go into Gemini, make a drastically improved version of this single file HTML5 app. We'll put it on the canvas. Put them through the rad code gauntlet. I like that. Replit is worth checking out. I really like Replit. I would say Google's AI Studio is kind of doing all this stuff. Although I haven't used Replit in a few months, so I don't. It's probably gotten a lot of improvements, especially in like with some of these recent models. But a lot of the stuff that I really liked about Replit can now be done using things like Google AI Studio really well, like really simply. But it's nice. I have probably like 100, 200 apps in Replit that are just like sitting there. I think I have to restart my membership to be able to access any of them, which is kind of annoying. But it also is a good way to like host like simple APIs. Oh yeah, the sad cloud, because I kept getting kicked from panels. That was a Gemini invention. That was Gemini 2.5 that made our little cry cloud. Okay, it's still working on our scene here. But let's see what else we have. Nebula Synth. What's this one? Oh, this was a Gemini 3 one. Just look how clean it is. I mean, it's simple, but like it makes sounds based on like where I move the mouse. I can control like the gravity. Look at us controlling gravity. I use ChatGPT 5.1 all the time. That's like my daily driver. And in fact, this app, hang on one second. So this is my main Infinite Canvas app. So you guys have probably seen me use a version of this before, where I like grab a YouTube video and then throw it into an app that looked kind of like this. This is a much newer version. So I made this initially using Gemini. Hey, Infallible Foul. I made this using Gemini in one shot, and then I've been using ChatGPT 5.1 Codex specifically, which is a Visual Studio Code plugin, and it's actually kind of a separate model as well. But it's a Visual Studio Code plugin that basically lets me vibe code in my editor or in my text editor, kind of like tools like Cursor and stuff like that. But it directly is linked to my like ChatGPT account. But so here, like if I pull up a YouTube video. Let's say I want the transcript of this emergency awesome video about Stranger Things season 5 episode 1. Then I can just run this, and it grabs the transcript here, and then it copies it to my clipboard. And now if I open up Gemini, I can say build me an app out of this transcript and paste it. My ears. Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, this is it. Okay, so it made a new version of that other one. I'll allow. I don't see. I mean, it's pretty, but I don't know what's going on. Wait. Do the vortex? There's no sound. Wait. Oh, it's using my mic. Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Wait, let me refresh. So let's do the vortex. So it's actually using my. It's kind of slow, kind of bogged down. It's doing too much, but it's like it's animating my voice. Let's do the Neon City. Yeah, that's so cool. Look at that. Testing. That's so fancy. Okay. That's kind of cool. Good job, Radical Visualizer. If you guys want to try it out as well. So that was based on like an old version, like a much simpler one, right? Like where's our Google AI Studio? It was here. This was the original app. This is what ChatGPT or what excuse me. This is the one that Google Gemini 2.5 made. So it's, it's cute. But now we're in ChatGPT, or I keep saying ChatGPT. But now in Gemini 3, it's just like obviously like radically better. Pun obviously intended. Yes, thank you again, Mackenzie, for those memberships. It was awesome. Oh, it made it into a Python app. Wait, no. Build me a HTML5 app out of this transcript. I'm going to copy it again. Here. Canvas. Yeah, we got a little coder. We got the radical symbol. Testing. So that's fancy. Okay, it's building the Stranger Things one. What else do we have in here? Neon Runner. This is one I threw together. This one didn't work actually, but it's supposed to be like a running, like those runner games that they put in. That's Umbreon. It looks like it's actually the Pokemon Umbreon. It's an Umbreon. Umbreon icon. Umbreon. This was a YouTube clone. I think I actually made this with Gemini 2.5, but it's actually pretty clean. So it like shows my subscriptions. It's got an explore page. Can we go through all the emotes? Sure. So we have Angry Jiggles, we have Sip and Squirtle, the Care React, we have Baby Umbreon, we have the Shrek Care, we have the Cry Cloud, Radical, we have the actual Umbreon, I call it the Umbrecon. It's Umbreon icon, but it's a Pokemon Umbreon. Then we have the Lil Coder, we have the Nuxus Cloud, we have the Are We Not Men still, even though he doesn't come around here anymore. We have a Rubik's Cube, we have the Spam, it's supposed to be Spam, and the Silly Goose. That was from a specific night where there was like a goose video we watched on a panel. That's the whole gang. What's this one? Oh, this was like a pagination. So this is called pagination whenever you have like multiple pages on like a data table or something. And I just wanted a tool that did this. Is again like this is an app made via Gemini 2.5, but I'm hosting it now in a Gemini 3.0 app. The goose video was good, and it was very controversial, goose video. I think someone in chat asked us to make an app to like track stuff, so we made the personal inventory tracker. This would be a fun one probably to rebuild. But I can also select all of these and download a zip of all the files, which is cool. Yeah, it was a very dramatic. People had very strong feelings about that goose video. All right, here we go. Stranger Things 5, the app. So we can enter the upside down. Oh, fancy. Fancy. That's pretty. We have 6 days, 4 hours, 47 minutes, and 11 seconds until Stranger Things Season 5 comes out. We have the new threats. We have the trail. Again, I really like how much personality shows up in these new Gemini 3 apps. Like the way they use the icons and Horcrux theory, signal dormant. But if I go into the upside down, signal's active. It's cute. Bye, Allie. Thanks for hanging out. Let's do another one. Oh, shit. The Nuremberg trial thing. I actually kind of want to tune into this for a minute.
Just said, hey, there are differences. Just now, when you jumped in, I just said, hey, there are differences in how different administrations violate the law, right? We take that into account. And in any way that you violated the law.
Hey, Neva Under Pressure. Good to see you. Uh-oh, guys. We're not meeting this goal. Unfortunately, this might be the end.
That's what you'll be prosecuted for, right? So it doesn't matter, right? So yes, in big ways in which you lied to the American people, you make up evidence, and you draw us into a massive forever war. Yeah, you'll be prosecuted for that. And then smaller ways, assassinating American citizens without proper authorization. Yeah, you'll be prosecuted for that too. I prosecute all of them for everything, right? So my position is that you terrify past presidents to keep future presidents in line, right?
Well, I just tuned in, so I don't know how crazy things were going before, but that doesn't sound that crazy. Okay, Trib in chat says, no one on panel disagrees with people being held accountable for crimes. Okay, so maybe he's talking past them. Okay. Anyway. Let's pick another video to vibe code. Let's do some news. All right. Here we go. This is well, we covered this a little bit earlier, but let's see the judge's reasoning for the National Guard deployment being illegal. Oh, this is gonna be a silent video. Well, okay, this is actually cool. This is a cool example to demonstrate how Gemini 3 is better than the previous ones. So, in previous versions of Gemini and other like chatbots and stuff, the best thing I could do is get a transcript of a video or have Gemini fetch the transcript of the video and then parse that. But Gemini 3 can actually watch the video. So if I throw this in fact, I can just say, okay, watch this video next and build another different app out of it. I'm gonna throw it that was it Now This Video or whatever, or Forbes breaking news. Infallible Fel says, bro, did you see that the Coast Guard no longer recognizes the swastika as a hate symbol? What the fuck, man? What is happening? What is going on? What is going on in my country? I did not see that. Why? Like, why do that? Well, okay, to answer that question, like, why do that? It's probably as like a distraction, right? It's like, hey, everyone, look at how crazy this is, while we do a bunch of other insane stuff, like Trump literally calling for capital punishment, or I mean, he says calling for the death of Democrat politicians who remind the military that they're not supposed to follow illegal orders. So, hey, Panelverse, come on, people, hit that like button, support the show. Please do. Please click the like button. We will go a little bit longer after the time because, because Jelly paid to extend the stream, so we will go a little bit longer. Well, maybe we'll even open up a panel if anybody wants to hop on. All right, so we got Judicial Watch, deployment rule. Again, just look how pretty this UI is. Like, it's so good at these UIs. Like, they're not extremely complex, and I'm starting to see like the trends they use. So they do this like, it'll be like an icon and the title on these cards, and sometimes like a gradiented card with like an icon, a bigger icon on the right. So I'm starting to see these patterns, or like these little what are these ones? Tags or whatever. I don't know what we call them. You paid for a sweater, fair enough. All right, I will get that sweater. I will. Do you have a color preference? Or like a style for me to keep in mind? So the DC Attorney General Brian Schwab argued that the federal government cannot deploy guard troops for crime deterrence in DC without the consent of the local government, violating DC's limited sovereignty. The Trump administration claims that the president has inherent authority to protect federal property and assets within the district, extending to broad policing powers. That seems wrong, and that deployment was ruled illegal. So Judge Giacob has ruled that the Trump administration exceeded its statutory authority by deploying National Guard troops in Washington, D.C. for civilian law enforcement without a request from local authorities, which is exactly what we just read, right? No, just make my baby look good. I got you. I got you. You hear that, buddy? You're going to look good, all right? Finally. The core legal violation is that the court found the administration deployed troops for non-military crime deterrence missions, which exceeds the bounds of federal authority when not explicitly requested by the city's civil authorities. Polygraph says, why do we care about Gemini other than they stole one of the best Mega Man songs? I don't know what that means exactly. But I would say because you can make apps like much better apps than we've ever been able to vibe code before very quickly. That's number one. That's like the simplest thing that I like about it. Oh, Gemini Man stole this. Okay, I see. But yeah, also good to see you, Polygraph. All right, these little timelines, right? The stay only holds until December 11th anyway. By the way, you can use these OCR remix songs on stream. I believe you. But it's probably going to do like revenue sharing, right? Which I guess I don't mind that much. They won't flag you for copyright at all. I'm not opposed to it. I'll keep that in mind. But I'm probably not going to pull it up right now. But so go look at their website if you aren't sure. Okay, I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. But I was just saying, normally in previous iterations of Gemini, I would have to like, it would have to read the transcript of the video. But now it actually can watch a video. Like the model will literally watch the video, which is just a whole new, like a whole new dimension that's like barely tapped. Just good free music. I love that. I like good free music. Let's check in on our RuneScape game. Okay, so can I now... Yay, look at that. I can't walk through rocks anymore. He just keeps trying to walk through it, which is kind of cute. So now when I walk over here... Yeah, I don't... Okay, that's cool. He actually... So before there was this issue where like when I'd walk up and down on the hill here, he would kind of like walk through the hill. But that seems to be fixed. I can still walk on water. I can walk into the water, actually, which is interesting. But this should improve the way the smithing works, right? Whoop. The issue is scope, probably. What are you referring to? On the game side of things? Well, I said it. So before I could walk through, I was able to walk through objects, and I just changed the code. Well, I vibe coded to make it so it doesn't do that anymore. You guys, one other thing, I have this like stuck in my head. It's this crossover of Wicked and Kanye. Wicked, Kanye remix. Do you guys know what I'm referring to? Obviously, I can't play the whole thing, but it's like right here. It's so good. It's so fucking good. It's so good. I can't stop thinking about it. It was playing I didn't even realize what it was. Because I knew the singing part. I knew that like note was from Wicked, but I haven't watched Wicked. And I knew that the part I think I saw it in like TikToks and stuff. I think it's been going viral on like Instagram Reels and TikTok. Like just that clip. Oh my god, it's so good. I wonder what AI features we could add into a game like this. Let's not worry about that. I want to make a Pokemon idol game. Build a AI-powered Pokemon style idol. Yeah, idol game. I was gonna say like an idol clicker game, but I don't really want the clicker part. But it's okay. While that cooks. I love this. One of the things I really like about this app is that I can like teach people JavaScript using this. So like in theory, if I add a node and I add another node, then right now what we have is, well, two nodes, but I can send data from one to the other. So let's say I start with like the number 3. So it just returns 3. So when I run it, it goes doop doop. And oh, let me add an output node. So this one will be output. So when we run it, we see number 3. But if I change this to say input like times 7, then the result should be 21, right? So we run. Now I get 21 in this node. So in theory, I can do a bunch of other stuff. Like I can make an array of numbers like 3, 4, 5, 7. And then I can say return like input. Is there an input? Is there a sum function in JavaScript? I always forget. No. Okay, so I could say like input.map or reduce. That's what it would be. Reduce. I don't think I need the index, but whatever. It's okay. It's the current. I think it's current and aggregate. And so I'd return like cur plus ag. Let's run that. There we go. So it adds all the numbers together. So it's like 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7. Because what this does is it runs this function where each time it takes like the previous number and it adds the current number. So like it starts with 3 and it's like, okay, the aggregate is 0. So it's 3 plus 0 is 3. Then 4 plus 3 is 7. Then 5 plus... went back. I made a song using Sono. You mean Suno? Polygraph says, so walking through objects is basically having collision detection. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. So I basically just asked it to start using collision detection. Also, this is our idle game is already yeah, when you create a game, yeah, exactly. So there was no collision detection. If you scroll back earlier in the stream when I was running around in the RuneScape game, there was no collision detection, but now there is. Yeah, it's Suno. Do you want us to play it? Send it to me on Discord. I'll play it. Oh, also, I want to, real quick. I just wanted to let Alexander know that he inspired that whole segment earlier about chlorine trifluoride. So I've got a bit blob. This is like a Pokemon. Hey Marilyn, good to see you. Polygraph says the plane is the cheapest thing to use since it's one-sided and it's just a bunch of points higher or lower to create terrain. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, so I see what you're saying. So like when I was walking around in the RuneScape map earlier, it's just a plain surface. So it doesn't matter like where the objects or like the hills that are drawn are because I'm still walking on that plane. But now that terrain itself has like object collision on it, so it understands like where I'm walking. But I feel like setting up all that would be like manually be like really complex. Like I mean, I'm sure there's like systems to do it, like frameworks to build it. But just like if I just had to write the code, like I feel like there's a bunch of math there that like, you know, I could probably learn and work on. Like I'm just glad I live in a timeline where I don't have to like learn all that to build a game like that. You know what I mean? I guess Unreal Engine is like another way to do stuff like that. I mess with Unity and Unreal a bit. They are kind of fun to mess with. Yeah, I've played with them very, very slightly. The crown's gonna melt. Oh no! Not the melting crown. Probably the jewels stolen from the Louvre. I'm honestly not that impressed, but I mean, okay, I said I'm not that impressed. I'm not that excited about playing this game. It's cute. Unreal is cooler than it sounds. No, I believe that. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Unreal, people do amazing things with those tools. It is Unreal, you know. Gems don't set off metal detectors too. Oh, good. That's a good point. And they project it on the walls behind them. Yeah, that makes sense. Interesting. Marilyn says, I'm so glad y'all aren't crying on the internet right now. Breath of fresh air. Look, I tuned in earlier to Dusty, like fighting with Rob, and I saw like I was like Dusty's on, Rob's on, Trippy's on, and I was like, oh, we could have like a little reunion here. But like I don't give a shit about this stuff. Like I don't care about any of this. Like they're arguing about whether or not like Rob's channel got bots or whatever during the Fallout. I mean, like maybe I don't know. Someone was asking me the other day, like, what I think about people botting viewers. Like, I wouldn't recommend it, but I just don't give a shit. Like, I don't care. I don't think it's like a moral issue for me. So it auto generates LODs. I don't know what LODs are there. As you move, and it uses the highest by default without having to do any processing. Nana is a new feature that lets you basically create max polygon models. That sounds cool. I don't know some of the vocabulary here. Oh, levels of detail. Oh, okay, cool. I see. Just boys being boys. We're just banging. We're just banging around, you know, banging with the best of them. Just a couple of boys banging it out. I'm gonna come. Are they still fighting right now? Oh, okay, it just ended. Oh, wait, but this says live. Okay, he just ended. Do not come. Yeah, unfortunately, skin color emojis still don't work on here, but that's something I bet that I could fix now with Gemini. I bet Gemini 3. I haven't, you know what might be fun? Oh, probably not going to do it tonight. Probably not going to do it tonight, but it might be fun to do a whole segment at least where we kind of rebuild this overlay that I've been using for a long time using Gemini 3, because it's definitely outdated. Like we could definitely do a much better version of this, you know? Yeah, the time sync is being removed. Yeah, it just gives a lot more paragraphs. Sorry. Let's see. It says it's just a bunch of terminology, but yeah, it's basic stuff. If you know the more general terms, it's just a time sync's being removed. Yeah, for sure. Okay, here's your question. Garuda says, I have a question. If aliens existed, what would be the number one thing that will stop them from coming to Earth? Republicans. Otherwise, they would come and like give us all their technology and share it with us. But Republicans hate aliens. They're bigoted against them, so not gonna happen. Polygraph says they need to keep working on a Blender Unreal Connect, then it's gonna be huge. Well, yeah, there actually are entire models. There are entire models that focus on like 3D objects, right? So like if you go to Hugging Face. Let's see. Models. There's text to like 3D. Yeah, text to 3D. So like here's some, let's see, let's do source by most or trending recently created. OmniX. I don't know, let's try this. Text to 3D. Okay, we'll go back to trending. Yeah, so right here, like it makes 3D models. Are there any inference providers? Let's see, Space is using it. Here we go. This is just the leaderboard. I don't care as much about the leaderboard. I just want to use it. Let's see. Text to 3D AI model test demo. Aliens probably quarantined us in the local hole anyway, maybe. Michelle says, like, for us, Earth seems important, but if they are super advanced, we're probably more useful as specimens to observe. Yeah, I could see that. Marilyn says, I would never vote. I've never been that ripped. Never been that ripped. You don't have to be ripped to vote. Could be use cases. Yeah, definitely. Game dev is just stupid amounts of work, so it's deceptive. Well, yeah, I mean, now it's, well, I guess what I'm seeing now is that it's like, with these tools, it's like getting easier than ever to make games, right? Like, let's say I like this little Pokemon idle game I made. What if I'm like completely redesign and rebuild as a 3D Unreal Engine style game? It's gonna take a while, but I assume it's some JavaScript HTML setup, right? Not this one, actually. This one's I mean, it is HTML, but it's using like TypeScript. So it's using like React and stuff. So I guess technically it reduces down to JavaScript at the end of the day, but yeah, the issue is scaling. Yeah, definitely. And it can code and other stuff. It's just I have it set to that. I think that's like its strength. I want to use one of these models, Shapey. Oh, this is an OpenAI model? Interesting. Oh, it's not used by anywhere. Okay, spaces. Here we go. Cube 3D, 3D Gen Arena. A white boat with billowing sails. Is it working? Okay, it's trying. Oh. Okay, it didn't work. It might be old. Marilyn comes in with $5 saying for never being here. Well, thank you for being here right now. Thank you so much. Yeah, unfortunately, our goal already ended, so it doesn't apply to that. But that's okay. I'm just kind of riding. I'm just streaming for a little bit longer, so I'm not starting a new goal. But I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Marilyn. Yeah, W's for Marilyn in the chat. Look at that beautiful gold chat. Try it now. Here we go. This is from Tencent. Sure. Oh my god, I can't read this. Oh, I don't want to make an account. That's annoying. I like tables, but the internet does not. I'm not sure what you mean. Garuda says, in the end of the world and one person existed with you, would you rather a homophobic female Democrat or a sexist male Republican? One person exists with me? For me personally, I mean, I guess I'd go with the homophobic female Democrats. I'm the only one in the world. Who's she homophobic towards? I'm straight. I'm not worried about that. I'm the only person in the world? Are you kidding me? Like, why would I want to hang out with just some random sexist male Republican? Like, so he can cry about women to me while we're sitting alone on Earth? That sounds so weird. I mean, it's such a bizarre question. Polygraph says I wouldn't vote for either in that scenario. Well, I didn't know it was about voting for them. It says one person existed with you. Like, what am I gonna... Like, she's homophobic, but we're the only two people. Like, and like, I guess we would get along fine. Oh my god, I cannot translate this. Wait, what just happened? All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see Gemini's translation skill and build an app out of whatever it says. So whatever it is, Michelle is building us an app right now. So hopefully it's not anything too crazy. Uh-oh. Looks like our 3D game isn't working. Black screen. No. Oh, you mean like these tables? I like these tables. Like a nice data table. Actually, I have a few apps that are just little data tables. But like, actually, I haven't tested Gemini 3's ability. Make an amazing, innovative data table management app. I want some fancy data tables. Yeah, I got you. Oh, and these are this is the iframe thing. It says Qin Zhonglong is 32 years old. He sued the court, Fu Malong. He insulted the king, lied to the emperor. The regretted married man soon became his son-in-law. Interesting. I love making silly comparison charts and tables. That does sound fun. Then doing kung fu sorting on them in traditional Chinese. Justice Bow. The case of the ungrateful husband. Hey, okay. Read the scroll. Approaching to read the details written upon it. He's 32 years old. Presents this accusation against the current prince. He deceived the king, concealed his truth from the emperor. That unfaithful man who abandoned his marriage to become the imperial son-in-law. And we decided to do dragon guillotine or banishment. Just the style. Like, I just love how much personality these apps have. Hey, Denizen. We're just playing around with the Gemini 3, the new Google model. Is the sound cutting out for everyone or just you? Hopefully it's just you. Is sound cutting out for you guys? Testing. I hope it's just you. But I just love the styles they do here. Justice served, and it's a big blood icon. That's funny. It did for a sec? Okay. But it's good now, hopefully. Again, we're not even going to go that much longer, to be honest, but I thought I slid the volume side down. No. It's not cutting off, but you're out of sync with your cam. Interesting. Denizen says sound equals 1. I don't know what that means. All right, we got our fancy data table. This might be one of the last things we play with. Oh my god, it's got boards too. So it made like we've got a grid. We also have a Kanban board and even reports. Looks like the charts didn't work properly. But it's pretty clean. I can edit things in line. I love the Kanban board thing. I guess they're not draggable. Don't love that. I would want these to be draggable. Then how do we learn about AI if I leave? What is that what you mean? Add a new entry. Well, if you want to learn about AI, I recommend you go play with Gemini. It's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. You want a to-do list? We could do. That is funny. You know, I never build to-do lists. Build the most modern, fancy, amazing, powerful to-do list in a single file HTML5 app you can possibly imagine. Use Tailwind and Vue.js CDNs and go really wild with it. Include AI-powered tools to create subtasks and projects, etc. This might be fun. I lied. This is the last one we're going to make. Polygraph says, I'm just not seeing how to make something that actually helps people with it. Yeah, I guess what I'm doing is I'm just kind of exploring like random ideas. But in theory, if you were like working on a specific project and you needed to present some specific information, that would be like you could do it with any of these tools, right? Or you can make a tool that does like it's hyper personalized to what you want. I mean, or let's just say like you want like a maybe you just want a website, like make me a fancy new modern website for the Radical Coder YouTube channel. Greta says, I want to divorce Gemini Flash 2.5 quicker than I can marry her. Well, then don't marry her then. If you want to divorce her, then you just don't have to marry her. That's what I would recommend. Garuda, you post the most insane chats, and I appreciate it. Unfortunately, our 3D version of the Pokemon game is still broken. Still just a black screen. Oh, here's another one of the I guess we asked this one earlier. So this has a few of the problems that I expected it to have, but it's actually, I really like the way the code shows up here, but I wish I could edit it. Let's run it. I think it ran, but it doesn't have like a visual running. I forgot we even asked for that one. All right, here's our to-do list, neural task. So I've got my inbox, my personal, my work, and my learning. I can create new modules as well. Gruda says, I did get Gemini to tell me what kind of robot body they want and food they want to eat if they become human. Well, yeah, I mean, if you just ask it, it should tell you that, right? Describe a complex goal. The neural engine will break it down into actionable steps and create a dedicated module for you. I want to say goodbye to my stream and raid them out to another channel. Okay, so it looks like it didn't give me it. I think it gave me the structure of what the different subtasks would look like, but it's not very specific. It's cute though, in theory. It'd be cool if I could drag these into like different modules and stuff. I think I might play with this more in the future. All right, here we got our Radical Coder. Is that the weenie? You just wake up? We got our Radical Coder website, okay? Right, I don't need my robot wife to have feelings or opinions. You're right, I'm not going to marry her. Okay, I'm sorry. You're a strange soul. Polygraph says, AI is perfect for Google, never has to send you to another site, and it can consume all other sites' data. Yeah, absolutely. So I can see like my latest content in theory, view projects, tutorial. I can create tutorials, debates about contact. Ooh, this is cute. More than just syntactical sugar. Welcome to Radical Coder. This isn't just a tutorial dump. It's a platform for nuanced conversation. Kant's philosophy equals egalitarian. The mission is teach, debate, and grow. True. And email us. I might actually like publish this once I like clean it up a little bit. It's okay, buddy. I'm gonna take you on a walk in a minute, okay? I know you gotta go outside. Let's see if it brings up my right YouTube channel. Nope. The subscribe did not bring me to my YouTube channel, so it's cute though. Like with just like a little bit of hacking, like this could be a pretty functional website. Zervian says, "What are you working on? Coding with Gemini?" Yeah, that's what we've been doing. If you scroll like through the past of the stream, you'll see a whole bunch of different projects we built. But we are about to wrap up. It doesn't seem like our 3D Pokemon game is going anywhere, so let's go back to our... Oh, I made a video editor too. Like, look at this. It doesn't work perfectly right now, but like, I mean, it has these kind of built-in image clips and stuff. I know, buddy. But this is a really cool thing I like about it. It has an AI tool built into it, so like I can say, build, picture of a long hair dachshund. Using Cursor AI. I'm just using Google. So Google has a thing called aistudio.google.com, which I recommend people check out. Google also, so when Gemini 3 came out yesterday, they also dropped a brand new alternative to Cursor called Anti-Gravity. So Google Anti-Gravity. So this is a new, a brand new. It's another like Visual Studio Code branch, but it's actually really fun to use. I just So he says, I have a Gemini subscription. I wasn't even aware of AI Studio. You are missing out then, especially right now. Highly, highly recommend you check out aistudio.google.com. You mostly use Grok. I like Grok. I mean, I don't dislike Grok. I use Grok a lot for like fact checking. I really like I'll when I'm preparing for a debate, like I'll come up with like all my talking points and everything, get all my thoughts out there and plan everything. And then I'll have well, first of all, we have our long-haired dachshund here, which is very cute. But I'll ask ChatGPT to like break down all my claims into like falsifiable like statements, and then I'll send those into Grok and I'll ask it to do research and try to falsify them, and it does a pretty good job. What are you doing? Why don't you have a way to fact check on all networks at once? I guess I just haven't set up the pipeline for that, and because it's more of like something I do in like it happens like randomly through. But I see what you're saying. Like it would be nice if it was just like automatic. I mean, ChatGPT kind of does that. I mean, like the only reason I switch between models is because sometimes they hallucinate. The hallucinations are down like massively, but like sometimes they still hallucinate. So I can't trust it to fact check itself necessarily. And I need to like weave between different models to play around. So he says, when I was using Gemini and Cursor, they had nerfed it to the point it was incapable of building a nice UI, but I haven't tried it with Gemini 3 yet. Gemini 3 is best UIs in the game, I would say, by far. And it's like not even close. I have a few novels, and I want to see if I can use Gemini Flash 2.5 to make a slideshow pilot for YouTube. You can use Gemini 3 to probably do it. Puppy. Actually, I would also recommend Notebook LM. Like if you want to get like so with Notebook LM, this is what people use to make these like little podcasts and stuff. But like because you can create an audio overview, which is like a podcast where two like podcast hosts will talk about your content. You can also make it a video overview now, so it'll actually generate like a full video, like a 5-minute like video about your content. Yeah, Claude Opus was yeah, absolutely really good, but obscenely expensive. That's one of the reasons I don't have like all my tools like linked up together, is because I don't want to pay to the API costs. Like I can just use ChatGPT like to do a bunch of different things and like use the Gemini, like use their interfaces. But I think maxed out the 200 a month subscription in like one night. I had the 200 a month subscription in for OpenAI for like a couple months last year when I still had my big boy software engineer job. But anyway, my wiener's whining and I'm losing my voice. So I love you guys very much. Let's see who's streaming. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you again to Jelly and to Marilyn and to Michelle. And let's see who else. I mean, thank you all, but specifically Mackenzie and Jen also for financially supporting the stream today. But if you cannot support with your funds, please support with your thumbs. We love that. Let's do a final Gemini. Create a beautiful app saying goodbye to my chat at the end of my stream. Yeah, congratulations to the people who got the memberships. We love all that. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Zervian says it's just unlimited. I think AI Studio right now is unlimited. I think they're probably going to put limits. And if you link up your, I think if you link up AI into an app, then it uses a project API key. So that is probably limited. But I think you can do like just a lot. I haven't run into any limits, and I've been using this stuff like incessantly for the past like 24 hours or longer. Zervin says I still have my job until HR watches one of my streams one day. Yeah, maybe. I mean, at least, I'm glad that wasn't like what happened with me. At least I don't think. Maybe it was. We had like new ownership over the company, so. And just like restructuring and stuff. Probably they were like, Ryan does a lot of stuff, but like we could probably use AI to do a lot of this, and we have other devs. And so, rip. I don't know if there'll be another stream tomorrow at 7 p.m. That's a hefty promise, but there will be another stream tomorrow, whether we do a walkie-talkie or a coffee with Coder, or even just an actual like evening stream. You're good, Garuda. Oh, sorry, I was supposed to look at who is live. Customization, redirect. Is that Wick panel still going on, or did it end? Or does Wick have like raids off? Maybe he does. Maybe I can't raid into Wick. Oh, it's Illogic's birthday? Okay, here we go. Illogic's birthday stream. Yeah, enjoy your membership, Snow. Yeah, it was from Mackenzie. Thank you again, Mackenzie. So tell them learning is radical. Yeah, unfortunately, we're closing out. But go tell Illogics that learning is radical. Also tell him happy birthday. He'll know what it means because it's his birthday. And unfortunately, yeah, stream is going offline. But I appreciate you all, and I will see you tomorrow.